Hey everyone, what about here, and welcome back to some more Nova Drift. It has been some time since I last played this. However, my recent, I guess my 2022 obsession with bullet heavens has brought me back to this one because this is one, I guess. If you guys are familiar with the genre, bullet heavens are effectively reverse bullet hells. The interesting thing is, Nova Drift is also a bullet hell. It's the only game that I can think of that straddles the line between both bullet heavens and bullet hells, and I want to play some more of it, just because it remains probably one of my favorite little roguelikes of all times. Do we want anything interesting? Now let's go Siphon. What kind of weapon do we want here? I'm not sure. Courser is tempting just because. Battery is a mess. Yeah, let's go Courser. I just want to go for actual pure bullet saturation today. Not going to think about too much. I'm just going to get used to the controls again, and we'll try and mix in some more. As the one thing I will always say about this game, the control scheme is maybe not for everybody. Once you get used to it, it's great. But I'm working on a video recommending bullet heavens and just kind of talking about how they came to be and how they work and so on and so forth. And unfortunately, unfortunately, it's not really an unfortunate thing. It's just one of those where it's like, I know that it's always been a point of contention for prospective players playing this game. It's just like, but it controls all weird, and it's like, yeah, but that's what makes it special. Probably get closer to it, or we just kill it. Rad. Alright, don't eat too much of the dragon. I think we're at a fine spot. We don't do too much. We definitely need some homing, so my shots aren't as squandered. Okay, but we can also get the Orb of Discord, which I am very appreciative of. Starting with that is incredibly solid. Even if it's not, like, banger good, it's one of those things that scales innately. Let's see, Drone Specialist, Volley. Now, let's go targeting. We don't have to focus as much on accuracy, which is kind of useful. So my goal here to some degree, hang out in this guy's mouth. Homing Strike. Wait, Homing Strike does something new now? Attack with a single smaller weapon projectile from each of your broadsides. Oh. Less damage, less blast radius and velocity. Interesting. So that's actually 2 extra shots for me. They don't do as much damage, but it's still there. There we go. Alright. Let's see how we do. Oops. That EXP is just gone. Or, well, it's not gone. The moment it flies off screen. Whoa, that's a new enemy. I haven't seen that one before. So we could do guidance. Yeah, let's do guidance. Oh, we have another. Let's do regen. It's like a charger enemy group. That's interesting. Well, they don't necessarily stay linked up. Ooh. That's a little rough if they don't. Alright, do we grab convergence? Absolutely. The one immediate problem is, my bullets have a limited lifespan, so they are gonna burn out before all of them hit. But that's okay. Revelation, energized shields. Let's go rapid fire. I do miss when there was no bullet lifetime. I almost want to say I'm single-handedly responsible for that change. I don't think that's actually true. But I remember, like, my first really good win of Nova Drift was with let's grab a little bit of blast radius just so we can ruin this guy's day harder. It's not really worth it. But multi-sectional bosses are kind of jerks, and it effectively doubles my damage versus them. But yeah, my first win ever with this game was just like with a heavy triple shot. Let's see, spontaneous generation. I might as well actually grab spontaneous generation. We don't want to duplicate that one because they die too fast. But having just one of them, one instance of it actually works really well. I almost kind of wish spontaneous generation wasn't a wild mod-ish, or if it actually had like a tree associated with it. Because the little temporary ships are actually like really cool and kind of build worthy in their own right. And I mean, I guess they get the benefits of all drone. Let's see, like all drone upgrades anyway, so I guess it's not that bad. Even then, Warpath. Absolutely Warpath. I really got to start investing a little bit into defenses, because we have not, and that's going to cause problems. Shield cooldown? Yeah. I'm like actually too small. Also, holy shit, this guy got big? I don't remember him being nearly this huge. Okay. I haven't played the new update much. I know they've got the Enemies 2.0 coming out fairly soon too, which should be changing things really nicely as well. Ooh. Those orbs absolutely shred my shields. Just kind of in general, this guy is tough. Though, a lot easier now that he's huge. At least it feels a lot easier. I don't actually know how, like... Oh, and there they're gone. Dang. I don't know how much actually easier he is, but it's definitely a lot easier to get, like, in the center of him. And get a blast in. Let's see. Do we want to do magnitude or snipe? Now, we could also look for getting warp strike. When you use screen warp. That's interesting. I don't think I want it. So that's not when your projectiles do. That's interesting. I'll have to think on that one. Let's grab snipe though. The extra range is going to be worthwhile. But yeah, warp strike used to be really obscene, mostly from the perspective of if your bullets had no lifespan, they would just keep wrapping until the enemies died, until all enemies were dead. Unfortunately, that has changed dramatically, so it's not the same anymore. Now, we might want to look into getting barrage. Let's see, extra projectiles, base damage for weapons that hit. Yeah, barrage is good, but I should probably grab focus fire first. Let's see. And ignite isn't that helpful, whereas Candescence can be. Is it? Yeah, corrosion. Damage applies corrosion stacks to targets, igniting them 2.5 burning damage per stack. Yeah, so corrosion is worth probably investing towards. Because yeah, burst fire I don't want to get until we get focus fire, because otherwise it's going to hurt me. Yeah, so let's grab Candescence. Because I'm not really aiming for raw damage here, so much as just maximum saturation fire. And so if I can do a lot of little hits that set enemies on fire for a lot of damage, I'll be a happy camper. So that makes them die faster. So I don't really want that. Magnitude? Yeah. There's also double tap, but we don't want to mess with that yet. Later, yes. Now, no. Now it's kind of bad. Is this a boss? Or is this just a... I think this is boss. I think I've only ever seen this guy, like, once. Oof. Problem is I haven't invested that much into range. Ooh. Okay, stay away from that a little bit. Well, that also works. Not a boss. Or was a boss but died. You know, I don't know. I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. I don't actually actively remember here, unfortunately. And it doesn't matter. Okay, so what do we grab? Whoa, grandeur. Oh, right. Grandeur makes you huge. And gets you some levels. Which is, like, actually good. Let's see, do I want to do flash shielding? Because I could go for Tempest Break. There are options there if I want to go that direction. Propulsive munitions would be... messy. Now, let's just reroll these. So, siege weaponry is interesting, but probably bad. Because I don't have much for healing. Let's just go shield durability for the time being. I should probably go siege weaponry, even if it's a mistake. Another singularity. So soon? Ooh. That could have gone bad. I don't think I've ever actually escaped from a singularity like that. There we go. Ow. Let's see. Bravado. All strength would be good. Adaptive armor is great. We kind of want both. Ooh, rainbow. Whoa. Whoa. Whoops. Kinda just flew through that guy. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I really gotta, like, perfect a crash damage build. I've never really done it. I usually kind of shy away from it because it's... I'm too easily... Or, it's very easy for me to just get kind of wrecked. Okay, channeling, absolutely. Okay, there's the boss fight. The problem is I don't quite have the range here. Whoops! Okay. Stay away from the singularity. If I can. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hit it from here. Let's just keep our distance. We've taken a chunk off of it. Okay. Do I become rainbow? I do become rainbow. didn't quite get the kill. But it's okay. Let's see, what do we get for upgrades? So we get, there's Rebuke, there's Concentrated Blast, which isn't the worst idea. There is Antimatter Rounds. But that's messy and would possibly kill me. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think I really want any of these. Let's grab Core Shielding. Self-damage resistance, armor stack duration, base hull, and shields. And we could work towards getting Dying Star, but I think Dying Star is probably a bad move. Not like Death Sentence, but this isn't really a build built for it. Obviously, we live long enough. That changes some things. But actually getting to that point is tough. Ow, ow. There he goes. Always a bit of a mess, that boss. Some of my builds absolutely ruin it. Most of them don't. That is going to be a mess. But mastery. Let's see, improved weapon damage, projectile velocity, size, spread, everything is good. What we need, though, is range. Or bullet lifespan. Because, yeah, half my shots are dying before they actually get anywhere. I don't think we've even got the, like, really momentous upgrades for bullet quantity. And I think slowdown, which is going to be an issue. Hard to mitigate, though I guess I cannot understand. Let's see. I don't want to take too many of these hits. Luckily, once again, Saturation Fire really does just kind of carry ya. Let's see. Yeah, because volley. This is what I wanted to go for. Only immediate problem is, does reduce my projectile size and velocity further. But I'm doing it anyway because it definitely makes me stronger. Let's see. The shield generator enemies are interesting. I like the new variety. It's definitely odd for me as somebody that put, you know, geez, it was like 50, 100 hours into the early access periods. Well, there was a train up here. And that train did not live. Okay. Anything else? Yes. Just gotta make sure I don't lose too much EXP in the process. So calibrate isn't really that helpful. Hull strength is probably a good idea. I don't have that much in durability. Mainly just because saturation fire. Oops. Ah, damn. Noticed it a smidge too late. There we go. I'm actually really surprised I don't do this build more often when I play. It's kind of the pleasant mode for Nova Drift. Very familiar. Huh. That's interesting. I really want that upgrade for the railgun. One where it leaves kind of a damage, like a damage field behind. I bet that would get really interesting. Like, that would actually be really cool. Whatever. Fine. I'll get it at some point, or I'll not. I guess that weird enemy earlier was actually just an enemy. I don't think I've ever seen a black hole kill a boss before. There we go. Okay. Pop them. Could do Revelation. kind of tempted to do... Oh, we haven't even grabbed corrosion yet, have we? Ah, but I'm gonna grab firing array. Yeah, I picked up the fire move, but we don't have fire. Or, we picked up the initial fire upgrade, but we don't actually have any fire yet. Kind of stuck behind this guy. It's fine. Might not remain fine. I'll get there. Holy smokes, I haven't even hurt this dude. And he'll start popping. I think we've just been hitting his sections rather than him. Yeah, now we're starting to do some harm. Oh, those projectiles have an AoE? Or not an AoE, they have a knockback. That's unusual and unfortunate. And where am I? And I'm dead. Damn. Good shot, but not quite there. That's a shame. What we needed was corrosion, I think, for the real big damage, but I don't think I ever saw it go by. Rough pair of enemies to have to contend with no weapon. Well, what do we want to do? Because I've already done split shot. Blast damage, 40% of base damage. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stick to triple. I'll focus one weapon or kind of path. I don't think I'm going to do Courser this time around. We'll try something else. Let's see. Let's see. Warp. Interesting. I'm gonna grab Warp. Be nice and pink today. But yeah, being able to aim is probably going to make a massive difference, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Who do we want to grab? You know, let's do research. Research is interesting. Let's see, I might want to hold on to ally. So let's not mess with that. Probably do volley. The problem is, stuff like volley really does dramatically hurt my projectile lifespan, but if I can actually aim, it should be less of an issue. Okay, but yeah, I don't want to really go for much of a drone build. If I go ally, it might not be so bad. But I don't think I want to mess around with turrets or anything of the like. We'll do a summon run at some point. Oh, or die. We could just die early. You know, that is very much an option. Grab regen. And some just base durability until I get my shields back. Boy, aiming is always weird in this game. Once you get used to it, ow, 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 ow. Once you get used to it, it's not so bad. Okay, kill him, and we're good. Quantum decoherence is kind of actual bad for me. So I'm going to banish it. Let's see. Juggernaut. Juggernaut's tempting for the extra HP. But better to not. Okay, here we go. It's an interesting build. I actually really like the whole using banish to gain a bunch of extra max HP. You have to banish like 15 times to make up for the research ship's natural penalties. But that's not the worst. Let's see, bravado, eh. I'm gonna keep the drones around. Let's just go shield durability. The Courser is a little easier. It doesn't have to put itself in the line of fire. So it doesn't feel as immediately risky. Do we actually want Splinter? I don't know. Splinter's interesting, but possibly kind of useless here. Let's see. Velocity. Absolutely. Okay. Let's not be here. We might want to try propulsive munitions on a run like this. Huh. Warp has really changed for the better. Ow. Oh, I took a lot of those hits. Okay, don't go for that. Unfortunately, my shield recharge is incredibly slow. And these guys are really punchy. Okay, survived it. Where am I? Shit. Okay. Didn't die. Shocked by this. Okay, got him. Dunno. Okay, regenerative shields would be bad. Payload is great. Okay, mulch 'em all. We've got our shields back, and we are regenning slowly. Okay. We're getting it. I definitely miss Courser. I think Courser remains probably my favorite pseudo-convenient ship. Because it's one of those where you can actually fight while moving. Whoa. What the hell? I've never seen that before. That's a new one. Grab absorption just for the extra durability. Ow. Damn. Okay, let's just hit everything and hope for the best. Okay, what the hell is this? Farsight. Actually really cool. Extra battlefield size. I do take more damage. I want to get that later. Right now, I don't think it would help much. Farsight would be really interesting on a sniper build. Like heavy wild mod. Massive battlefield. I really could use targeting. I don't think I've seen it go by. There we go. Let's see. Because we can get Falulilu. Let's see. Is it worth it? Yeah, the only immediate problem is the loss of projectile velocity. I took more damage than I wanted to on that. Might not mess with convergence on this. I might just grab targeting and then butt shot. And then leave it there for a moment. Because yeah, a little bit of homing with this would go a long way, but full convergence could mess with my ability to hit things at a distance. Okay. Well, there's focus fire, which we do want. There we go. Is it as fun as it is to be able to literally hit everything simultaneously? I don't think the damage on that was particularly good. Alright. Shred these boyos. And then get right up in this guy's business. Let's see. Targeting? Yeah. Kind of useless here. There we go. I should not be inside him during this. Oops. I should also be paying way more attention. Okay. See if I can get back inside. Eat no lasers. That shouldn't be a problem. There we go. I really like the fact that you can pop off the little like knobs on the inside. I almost kind of wish for this that you actually could get oops, ow. Ow. I always wish you could actually destroy bosses more. Oh, for weapons with more than one base projectile, charging improves projectile count. Rate of fire. Interesting? I've never done charge on this. Okay, it was a mistake. It's supposed to improve based on my projectile count, but it does not improve enough. It was worth it for science. How am I not dead? Well, on the plus side, I can still rapid fire. It's just awful. Well, I'd like to grab a bunch of these. Let's grab spontaneous generation. Eat. I don't think that helped me the way I was hoping it would. And I'm dead. Damn. Yeah, I was really hoping, with the multiple oh. It's based on burst. Yeah, no, it just wasn't worth it. I was really curious if I could, like, stack it up. You know, have multiple bursts. Or, like, multiple shot bursts. Charge and then just bam, 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 bam. But no, it doesn't work that way. At most, I waste a lot more time charging up and then losing the shot, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. So I think I'm going to call it here. At least for now, I could fit in another run, but with my luck, the next run would be an absolute banger, and then we'd be here for like an hour and a half, and then I'd just be confused. So, with all that said, we're going to be playing some more Nova Drift over the next couple of weeks, just because I really, really love this game. Can't wait to play more of it. I know Enemies 2.0 is on the horizon. I don't know when, but it's kind of one of those where I just kind of want to bring it back here and there when I feel like it. So, with all that said, I guess I might as well mention that Nova Drift's on Steam. It's been on Steam for a couple of years. It's probably the best bullet heaven, bullet hell that I've ever played. And yes, for those of you that haven't seen this before, it really is just asteroids, but way, 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 way deeper. And I love that too. So, that said, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.